So check one. That was from a Wayne's World reference, where Tom Hanks played Garth's cousin, who was a roadie for the band Aerosmith.
I should have asked Tom Hanks about that.
How now, brown cow? Unique New York.
It's a podcast,
Not saying
not a cast pod. Hey Frase, every
Oh, I can't wait to cut these clips. I'm gonna have fun with this shit. Look, y'all, we got a very special guest on today. And let me tell you about Dan Raven.
Tell us.
He's had a come up, y'all. Y'all know what that is? How you doing? A come up is when you go from dust to must. Thrust.
You go from dusty to thrusty.
You go from dusty to thrust.
You look like, you do look like Wendy, and I'll be the white producer. Dan walked in. Dan, you're live. Here.
Shoe fits.
Here we go. Put those headphones on, baby. This is a very special show. You are joining us. You never like to be in the public eye. You don't like to be on any of my social media. The past couple of times I put you on my IG story, you've been a mute. You won't even speak.
It's kind of like Penn and Teller. You remember that?
No.
No? Penn did all the talking and Teller didn't.
Oh, he did? Really?
Mm-hmm.
That was their shtick?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, we're the new Penn and Teller.
He says not one word. Here we go.
Here we go.
It begins now.
Okay, look, I did want to bring you on the show because one of the things as a couple that we've been bonding over is you actually have gotten me into The Mandalorian on Disney+. Now, you subscribed to Disney+ how long ago?
Well, I signed up over Labor Day weekend because they were having a deal. I think it's 2 years on third year for free. So
you're on for 3 years.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay, so you've signed us up. And I actually surprisingly have gotten into the show. I love Baby Yoda. I'm obsessed with who's the actor that plays Mandalorian?
Pedro Pascal.
Okay, and what are all the theories? Like, give us in a couple of sentences, what's the internet saying? Because you love to watch a show, and then you get into all the blogs and the theories of a show.
Everyone loves Mandalorian. It touches on everything that Star Wars, my generation appeals to Star Wars, which is adult stories, a little bit of the grit that takes place in the outer rims of the universe, and it doesn't really cater. Even though everyone loves Baby Yoda, it doesn't cater to children. It's a show that everyone can watch and enjoy, and it captures all the elements that people loved about Empire Strikes Back and Rogue One. It's all there.
Okay, wow. I mean, you love this stuff. Like, and what I love is, like, you call all your guy friends and you geek out.
Occasionally.
Honey, but you have a theory that I wanted to have you on. And I know, are you okay right now?
Mm-hmm.
You seem like you're like, are you getting nervous?
No.
Okay. Now you have a theory which I thought was very interesting, which I disagree with.
Okay.
But in the film or in the show, oftentimes Mandalorian is referred to as Mando. Well, hello, Mando. And you think that this is a derogatory term?
I do.
Okay, why? I find this hysterical.
Okay, and I'm not going to geek out too much, but the Mandalorian is from the planet Mandalore. It is spelled M-A-N-D-A.
Okay.
He has a name. We don't know what it is, but he's been referred to by two different characters as Mando. The first one was by Carl Weathers' character. Was Grief Karga, who was a kind of a bounty hunter type intermediary, who affectionately referred to him as Mando after he came back in with Baby Yoda. Well, in the most recent episode, I believe he was being chased by a bounty hunter who referred to him as Mando. So I don't think they had a familiar relationship. So my theory is that this is some sort of derogatory racist term against Mandalorians, and I don't stand for it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're not alone, right? You actually found an article. Who wrote the article that sort of also agrees with you?
Somewhere on the interwebs.
Okay.
It was some episode recap where the same author was thinking the same thing, was questioning whether Mando was a derogatory term.
Here's my question: is in order to be discriminated against, you have to be like a overall discriminated against race. It seems like the Mandalorians are like revered. So how are you being derogatory towards that?
I think you can be degraded, or you could be offended, or you could be discriminated against no matter what your status is. I don't think it's necessarily out of just because you might have some respect, but that's just a theory. I don't particularly care for it, but
What do you think is going to happen? Now, what's the deal with this Baby Yoda? Is it actually Yoda, or do you think it's a whole nother like species of Yoda or whatever?
Now we're going down the rabbit hole because it could be the same race as Yoda, because there's only been 2 identified characters of that species, Yoda, and there was a female version named Yaddle, who was in the episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And so they believe one of the theories is that because this race is so rare, that it is force sensitive. So it may not actually be related to Yoda. It could, in theory, or it could be a potential clone. Who knows? We're gonna have to find out.
Okay, well, we won't go any further. AJ's getting hammered over here. I think that's all you've been.
AJ's gonna need a few more beers if she's gonna continue hearing about Mandalorian.
Truly,
we all are, because you do get down the rabbit hole. Now, look. We are doing a come-up party inspired by you. How do you feel when we talk about how you have gotten hotter over the years?
I'm sure after this whole Mandalorian conversation, we're still gonna have that party.
Yes. Well, I mean, you've come up, like, physically. I don't know about, like, mentally.
Fair enough. Well, personally, I don't enjoy being objectified.
Oh my
You know,
God.
I'm more than a piece of
Stop.
meat.
Podcast Pod.